but most of them are around 5,000 pesos a month. That would be 25 months. Excuse me. 5,000 pesos would be 20 months' wages of a Filipino. So if, as an American, you are paying 20 months' wages, and you make $50,000 a year, let's just say, 20 months would be about $80,000. So you are spending 80,000 relative dollars of American money in the Philippines at 100,000 pesos per month. For $80,000, let's just say somebody had $80,000 to spend on a vacation. You could go anywhere in the world with $80,000, and you could spend it on a hotel room at the Hotel Atlantis, where I've been, in one night. Well, actually, it's $125,000 a night for the center room at the top of the towers, but that's with maid service, and you have to rent it for a minimum 3 nights. It's really $40,000 a night. So, but I didn't rent it though. I didn't even get to see it. But anyway, that would be like you spending 80,000 American dollars. So, if you are in the Philippines spending 100,000 pesos per month, delete. If you were in the Philippines spending 100,000 pesos a month, you would be spending 80,000 American dollars per month. Okay. So, that is why they look at you as a walking ATM machine. And why would they look at you as anything less? There is no reason. So we're going to end this video and say that while we're talking about walking ATM machines, I went over. You'll never see this part. Man, one time. Okay, maybe I'll make a part 2. Alright, I'll just keep going and end it in a minute. If you were going to spend $80,000, of course the hotel management is going to treat you like royalty. Of course they're going to. But in the Philippines, all the people of the Philippines know that you are spending the equivalent of 20 months of their wages every month that you are here. One time. Salamat. Look at the happy man. They're all happy. That's one thing I have to give them. They will all say hello to you. And they say hello to you for 3 reasons. The main and primary reason is because in general, they have quite a bit of congenial gene, let's say. They're very friendly people. They also know that you're only here to have fun. And the third reason is they know that you're here spending 20 months of their average wages in 1 month only on hospitality things like dinners and things like that. I mean, hotel expenses, typically 80 to 100,000 pesos a month all by itself if you're not frugal. I'm fortunately have the ability, I'm learning their language, and I have been in business for a long time, so I've learned how to negotiate with these people. But typically, you are a walking, talking ATM machine. And to the women, it's even better, because they just say hello to you and they expect you to give them gifts. The men do not expect gifts. Very few men will walk up to you and ask you for a cell phone. It does happen though, and not all of them are bayot. Not all the men that ask you for a cell phone by oath. They just figure if you have the money and they can ask you for it, by oath is gay. If you have the money and they ask you for it and you give it to them, that you're stupid enough to give your money away, they're intelligent enough to take it. It's nothing personal. I would love to be able to walk up to somebody. The last fellow was a college-educated fellow. He was not gay. And he walked up to me, said hello to me while I was having dinner in Alona Beach, and asked me if I would buy him a cell phone. Now, my cell phone costs 500 pesos, which is about $12. So I said, what kind of cell phone do you want me to buy you? Well, the one he picked out was, I think it was 24,000 pesos. I don't know what it was. I don't know anything about 24,000 peso cell phones. But he was serious. He had the model number picked out because somebody he knew had the same cell phone, and he was willing or interested in me purchasing the same cell phone as his friend so that they could both know how to use the screens. I'm not real sure. But the point is, that was a rare occasion. The average Filipino will ask you for a gift like that every 15 minutes that you are with her until you either leave her, aka dump her, or you buy them the gift. Now, if you don't buy them the gift, they will leave you. They will save you the trouble of being with you. For instance, I met a woman on the computer last night. We're going to call her a woman. And I said we had a little bit of a tiff because she couldn't comprehend reality. And I comprehend reality pretty good. My reality is that I tell them and everybody else the truth. And their reality is they tell you the truth when it suits them. If they say something wrong that everyone else in the world would deify as incorrect, wrong, a lie, bakakon, and they won't admit that they did that. You have to bring it out. You have to make them see that what they did was wrong. Okay, what they did was wrong. It was wrong to do it. They know it was wrong to do it, by the way. There's no doubt that they know, but they want to move on. They want to move past that that mistake that they made. They don't want to review it. It's not for review, in fact. It's basically, once they realize they made the mistake, they'll say, let's just move on. Can't we just move on? Do you have to harp on old business? Well, old business was 3.5 minutes ago, and it only took 3.5 minutes to make you to see old business, so it's really not old business. It's old business to you because you want to move on. But I want to clarify it. When you say something, oh, I'm getting upset. When you say something and you can't remember what you said 3 minutes before, it's because you have, in Polish, a small myśleć, small brain. And when it comes to remembering the bad things that they do to you, the lies, the bakakon, the outright theft in some cases, but that's very rare. When it comes to that kind of stuff, they want to move on. They want to get past it. They want to talk about tomorrow. So when they want to talk about tomorrow, you say, well, okay, what do you want to talk about now that you've lied, deceived me, and you've given me your bakakon, which is lies? What do you want to talk about? And she said, travel. She wants to travel the world. So she went from lying and deceiving to traveling. And that means, my friends, that I am going to be subject to a travel bill. Because they're not talking about traveling on their dime. They're talking about traveling on my dime. So we went from lying and bakakon to travel. Now, let me show you how the transition worked, and then I'm going to say goodbye. The transition was like this. She lied, she got caught in a lie, or she got caught in a major deception, or a major bakakun story, lies. Okay. So, she wants to talk about travel now, because if we talk about travel, there's only really one thing to talk about. Where do you want to travel to? And the next topic would be, I want to travel to see me. Because if she wants to talk about travel, she's not going to talk about traveling with another guy she's chatting with on the internet. No. She's going to talk about traveling to see me. Which means we went from lies and deceptions and bakakun to traveling to see me, which means that now I get to pay for her vacation. You get the point? Ladies and gentlemen, you are in fact, you have become a walking, talking ATM machine, baby. You have become a walking, talking ATM machine. Like the people in America, and remember when I was talking about ATM machines in America, remember three things, ladies and gentlemen. Always remember those three things. Remember, if Mr. Obama, if he had a son, which he always talks about on the television and the radio, if he had a son, his son would have looked like a Trayvon Martin, that's right. And if he had a son and his son was like Trayvon Martin, his son would be in hell playing cards with the pedophile priests, because that's where I believe that Trayvon Martin is. And if he had a son and his son was like a Trayvon Martin, the son would be dead, baby. That's right. Oy vey and shalom. From Rabbi Delete. From Rabbi Jew Barker in the Philippines, baby. That's right. Oy vey and shalom. From Rabbi Jew Barker in the Philippines. And as my friend Nicholas, who's the inventor of the taco rack, says, "What's the man in the ark that they rode in on, baby?" That's right. Oy vey and shalom. From Rabbi Jew Barker in the Philippines, otherwise known as a walking and talking ATM machine, baby. That's right. Oy vey